The first test was passed. Excalibur put from the stone. A new king named, but two claimed the crown. The sword returns to the stone, for only one is the true king. Who? The future I have seen as so many possibilities. So by my will, none shall be crowned until the tournament is complete. The tournament of kings. 3 trials, 3 answers to find, a race to the finish. My last coronation test. Excalibur will crown the winner and take the loser's head. The first test is coming. Prepare. The card crumbled and blew away like sand in the wind. The hilt of Arthur's sword sealed up, leaving Excalibur in moonlight at the peak of pure stone. A new Arthur. A new ground. For a moment, there was utter silence, strangers and friends gawking at each other in the gardens. The students of Arbet House looked to their dean, but she had no words. So too were the leaders of the woods, tongue-tied, the Empress of Pussy, the Queens of Mahadava and George Jolie, the Kings of Falsewood and Maidenfell and Broadbrook and more, scattered across the ice-strewn fields and unsure of what they just heard. Even Sophie's facetious chin had cracked, her eyes narrowing, her soul closer and closer to breaking through. But now all of them caught sight of a figure rising out of the ruins, climbing the stone heap, the king, crownless and such smeared, lion's mane coat in his hands, his cheeks a violent sweat. Slamming a foot onto the highest stone, he seized Excalibur with a single fist and pulled at its heart. It didn't move. He shoved the lion's mane into his fist and yanked the sword again, this time with both fists, only to suffer the same result. Sweat soaked his forehead. He raised his eyes to the sky, where King Arthur's voice had spoken. "Two kings," he shouted mockingly. "What dirty trick is this? I pulled Excalibur from the stone. I am the king. Who dares to claim a second?" A watery orb slammed into the king, then another, bashing him off the stone. The bubbles expanded, 2 tiny figures growing taller within, rising to full size before they thrust out their hands, peered their way through watery walls, and left the bubbles behind. Tattoos strode atop the stone mountain, muscles clinging to his wet shirt, his princess at his side. "Me," he declared. "And the only trick is how that sword ever came to a snake in the first place." Arthurson wasted his hand into the moon's beam, the silver wing stealing its light. "The last wing lives. Camelot's wing. My father's wing," he thundered, resounding across the castle grounds. "I am the higher. I am the king." The people of the woods held their breath, their heads whipping between 2 different kings. Sophie, too, stayed still, even though her body told her to run to her groom's side, to her king. On her knees in shaded roses, she glanced at Kay, who had the same haunted look he had had in the castle. Slowly, Sophie's eyes went back to tattoos atop the stone. Kay knew this boy, and so did she. Tattoos glared at his rifle down. You heard the king. Excalibur is returned to stone. The crown no longer belongs to you. He slashed it. 3 tests. The sword crowns the winner. No more games. No more lies. Let the tournaments begin. Flat on his stomach, Ryan peered up at the princess, a hint of fragility in his face, a silver of fear. Then it was gone. He spun to Kay. Kill him, he ordered. Kay's gaze hardened. He and the pirates launched for tattoos. The ring on the prince's finger shot a blast of light, reforming the protective bubble, trapping tattoos inside. The prince wielded to Agatha. Get Sophie! But Agatha was already gone from his wing, searching for her best friend and tackling Sophie into his arms. White and black dresses contrasted like the intermeaning of 2 swans. The girl's eyes locked, dark and light, an internal connection made. Good and evil, boy and girl, old and young, truth and lies, past and present. Sophie gasped, the color in her cheeks returning, the fire in her eyes pouring forth. It dampened like a door slammed shut. Sophie grabbed Agatha by the neck and threw her to the ground. Lifting her head, Agatha saw the 2 Michelle sisters on the staircase behind Sophie, directing their hands, puppeteering their best friend's moves. Sophie grabbed a slab of frozen ice, jagged like a dagger. Grinning, the Michelles swung their palms. Sophie pounced for Agatha, the ice knife plugging for her best friend's chest. The ice knife trapped in a wall of water, a hair's width from Agatha's heart. For a moment, all Agatha could hear were her own shallow breaths, the hammer of her blood. She felt her prince's arms drag her back, the 2 of them safe in the wish-fish bubble, Arthur's wing glowing on Tatto's hand like a talisman. Behind the bubble, a portal opened, revealing the grey waters of a lake. Its vast, snowy shores, 3 shadows in the distance. But Tatto's gaze was still on Sophie through the bubble, her teeth bared like a rabid animal's, her fist tearing the ice knife into the water we wore again and again, yielding only the tiniest crack.